Hi guys, my name is Michaela, and this is my 6 types of love through art and pop culture. For the first type of love we have is Eros, or the love of beauty and the physical. Perfect example of this is Anna and Hans, which after they sing their song, they immediately go to Elsa to ask to get married. In which case Elsa says that you can't marry a man you just met. But Eros is a really good example of their love because it is characterized by intense emotional attachment. And even though it is a Disney movie and we do not see any sexual feelings whatsoever, it is also characterized by powerful sexual feelings. There is an inclination to feel love at first sight, and it is passionate and all consuming. The second type of love we have is mania or obsessive love. The example that I have here is Haunting Adeline, which is a book that is very popular in the book talk and bookstagram community. It is touted as a stalker romance, in which case the male main character does stalk and fall in love with the female character. It is Mania is characterized by strong sexual attraction and emotional intensity, possessiveness, and dependency. There is an extreme jealousy, mood swings that alternate between ecstasy and despair. There is a roller coaster of manic love that may stem from low self esteem. It leads to crimes of passion and suicide once the romance ends. But I do feel like it does not happen in this instance. I have not read the book personally, but the example that I have here, I don't believe that it ends with crimes of passion or suicide. At least I would hope not. The next one that I have is playful love. I don't have a specific example of this, but I do have here a couple twirling around with the woman on piggyback. There is a casual, carefree love. There's more fun and games than commitment. Sex is used as recreation, and they enjoy many partners rather than concentrating on one serious relationship. There is a lack of jealousy, possessiveness, um, all that fun stuff. Sounds like the dating scene going on currently, from what I hear. The next example that I have, or the type of love that I have, is companionate love. The picture that I have here is not specifically anything from art and pop culture, but I do feel as if that is from culture as a whole, in which two gamers are setting up or have set up a gaming room in which they can play side by side. This is affectionate and peaceful sort of love. It is comfortable and compatible and respectful. Frequently begins with shared activity, friendship, and then comes into love over time. There is a mutual trust. So emotions are steady, and there is an irregular enjoyment of domestic activity, which is after you come home from a long day of work, what do? You play your video games. Um, this emphasizes intimacy with affection for and commitment to another person. And it usually, passionate love does not last. The next option that I have, or next type of love that I have, is an altruistic love. Right here you have, or you see, Will from Baldur's Gate 3, which is a very popular um, Dungeons and Dragons based RPG game. Um, Will is, once you find out more about him, you find that he is a warlock that is packed or pacted to a devil to save his city from, I believe, a bad cult. um, he essentially gives himself up to save his city, and we find that because of it, and because he cannot say what happened through his contract that he signed, his dad essentially disowned him. But what he did, he would do over and over again to save his city. The next one that I have is, or the last one actually, this is the practical love. Um, which makes rational assessment of potential partners and their positives and negatives. The perfect example of this would be Warner Huntington III from Legally Blonde, in which in the beginning of the movie we see Elle Woods going to a fancy restaurant to eat with her boyfriend, and she's expecting a proposal, but instead he breaks up with her because he's not the perfect image of what he is expected to have for a wife. Um, he believes that Elle is not serious enough for that kind of life, which is for him to become a successful senator. Um, this is perfectly emphasized by the practical love's need for compatibility in educational and religious backgrounds. Some of the love types may interconnect by two people coming together with two completely different types or two different ways to see love. One person can be a playful lover while the other one is an altruistic lover, in which case the altruistic lover gives and gives and gives and gives and doesn't expect anything in return, but the playful lover just takes and takes and takes and takes, sometimes without even meaning to, or just don't see the altruistic lover as a lover that they can have a serious relationship with. um, this could lead to an example of the conflict theory, where there is a power imbalance, whether it is intentional or not.